about what you can do to do something. So somehow the way people give the information, and way people bring this kind of energy in front, there's some sense of a little bit harsh, lack of some sense, seems to feel like it probably is not lack of compassion, but maybe it feels like a lack of compassion, a lack of attention, because there's so much time pressure of so many patients people need to see and so on. So anyway, the point is that when somebody labels themselves as something, or now I am this, I think it's terrible, for sure. It's terrible. So how you don't do that? Again, through the practice, you have to try to be open. You don't, if you're not identifying with something else, why you have to identify with this being sick or something? You're sick maybe, but you don't have to identify with that storm. Last moment of breath, you can live with full sense of joy, no matter how much sick you are or how much pain you have. But that awareness, that joy, that openness, it doesn't take away. But again, the point is how we can feel confidence to know that is the case, how we feel confidence to even attempt to try that, have glimpse of experience. It's true, and people do that. People do have those trusts in themselves and not be influenced by those labels. For sure it's challenging. That's the question. That it's called practice. That's what it's called, practice, right? Yeah.
Angel from Paris, Texas, is asking, Rinpoche, can we access emptiness through the experience of the boundless space?
Well, I mean, the word emptiness in Buddhism, it's used, this term word emptiness, a lot. And sometimes I think in the West, people, when we were growing up in the monastery for 15, 20 years, we were studying about emptiness. We never felt emptiness was something wrong about emptiness. But here, when we use the word emptiness, we say emptiness, so it doesn't look so good. So in a way, so the word emptiness, for us, the emptiness and fullness, there's no differences. Because in order to be full, it has to be empty. Because if it's not empty, then it cannot be full with the right things. You see, so we were talking, we just finished our retreat, 5 days retreat at Serenity Ridge, and one of the things we were talking is that there's a concept in a Dzogchen tradition, the great perfection tradition, that it's called Lundup. Lundup means that everything is spontaneously perfected. That basically means everything is perfected in us. So that, for example, what does that mean? That means joy. Let's just not go into hundreds of enlightened quality. Let's go down to one simple quality like a joy and happiness that we all know about it, right? So joy, is it perfected in us? Yes. The only way you're going to truly experience your true joy means joy of being, is to experience yourself clear from who you are not. Probably right now, the way you feel who you are is occupying so much of space that is not allowing to feel who you are. Therefore, probably you don't have so much of joy of that being. But you do have some joy of becoming, having, or being something which is not necessarily who you are, but it's being better than who you think you can be. It's still in your mind. Or I'm better, I just finished the project. So finishing the project is better than the one who has not finished the project, right? So I'm happy. Today is a Friday afternoon, I'm happy, so Monday morning I will be sad. So all those conditions that you create to yourself is just simply a condition. Through that you can have little joys, but true sense of joy, it's joy of being. And So what do you need to have a joy of being? You don't need anything. You just simply need to be aware. Just if you simply look this very moment, for example, this moment, close your eye, feel the stillness in your body, draw attention inward. Do you feel the joy? Of course you feel the joy. It's there. Especially when you're open to it, when we're saying the power of openness, when you're open toward yourself, inward yourself, you feel that openness in you. In that openness, everything is perfected. That means joy is perfected. Is joy perfected or not? Can you be aware? Yes, if you're trying to be aware, it's there. That means it's perfected there. Is that joy is equally valuable than possessing a new car? Far better. Guarantee far better. But do you trust that? For sure we will not trust that much. We'll say, yeah, I might, but I still wanted to have the joy of new car. Right? But some point you need to have a confidence enough. It's truly better. This is better than the car. That confidence got to have one day. One day we have to look for that confidence. When that confidence comes, it's the life-changing moment where life changes. So it's there. So that basically question about that emptiness is basically it's the fullness. It's a perfection. It's spontaneously perfected. What kind of perfected? All the qualities are perfected, like joy. And in order to feel that joy, one have to feel that empty or clear or open. Otherwise, that joy of being, it's hard to feel that. For example, in that space, talking about the loneliness, in that space, if you're open to it, if you look inside there, you can feel one quality there, very important quality. You feel connectedness. Connectedness. Because you are connected to that essence of mind, to that openness in yourself. You are connected to yourself. When you feel that connection to yourself, you feel connectedness. When you feel that connectedness, you don't feel very lonely. But when you don't feel connectedness yourself, you're seeking a connection from elsewhere where you're not finding inside yourself. Therefore, elsewhere means all the familiar places. When you're out in a country where you're not people you know, then you feel very disconnected. You feel very lonely. Loneliness is a magic experience, same as a connectedness. You can be middle of the family, you can live with somebody whole lifetime, you'll feel disconnected. Or you're alone, you will be connected with everybody. The way you look, the way you experience the world is nothing to do with the circumstances so much. I think that's the beauty. The true realization has nothing to do with the circumstances. I think that's the beautiful news. Very good news. Has nothing to do with anybody, therefore you have a chance. If you have to fix the world to make you happy, forget about it. If you have to agree every family member with you for you to be happy, forget about it. First, probably never possible that all family members will agree with you. Second, if it's possible, the day they will agree with you and you will disagree with them. Yeah.
Just want to share what Susan in Vietnam said. She was saying, thank you, Rinpoche and Sangha. I do feel connected now. My life in my meditation and classroom is very rich. I guess I'm missing you all. Thank you. And then later, as you were talking, she said, kisses and hugs. Perfect medicine this morning. This is so great. Love to all.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then just to mention, in Monterrey, Mexico, there are 12 people in a cafe there, I believe. I believe that's where those 12 people are gathered. I don't know if this is a little off point, but I'll offer what they asked. It said, Rinpoche, where can we get further information about walking meditation? But anyway, I wanted to know they're there.
Thank you. Thank you. So I think so we finish. Thank you.